What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? You know who I am, and I'd like to thank each and every one of you for taking the time out to watch yet another Black Prion video. And with that said, today we have to talk about the ever so quaint console war. Now, with that said, as we all know, the Xbox One has had all of its days in the shade because it has not been in the sun, because that spot has been reserved for the PS4, for it has exclusives coming out, whether it be the new Spider-Man game that everyone's stoked for, Horizon Zero Dawn, the new Kojima product, etc., etc. But pushing back to the Xbox One conversation, everyone has tried to put their hand, their fist, their elbow, their boots, their foot, whatever proverbial body part that causes pain, their hatred, their disdain, their distaste into the anal cavity of Xbox One and Microsoft respectively. Now, at the end of the day, we know Microsoft has had a lot of people coming after it ever since it started, whether it was the people on the far left who were going crazy saying, you guys have an NSA box and you're trying to spy on me and watch me when I watch porn. Then you had the people with the whole, it's not even a gaming system, it's the water cooler of video games. It doesn't have any games. It has nothing but hatred and advertisements and all this other stuff. Woo! And then you had the people who were just like, I don't see any games here, and I feel as though I don't want to produce a product or support a product that is just going to be an advertisement box. That's not how I want to do it. I don't want to watch TV on my Xbox. Thank you, Microsoft. I have a TV at home. It's over there. Bada boom, bada bing. It's just not my thing. So, pushing even past that, when you get into the later era where they were like, but you gotta have the Kinect, baby. The Kinect is mandatory. If you don't buy the Kinect, you can't have an Xbox One. Or you even had the part where they disrespected their fans who said, what if I don't want to get an Xbox One because my internet's not that good? And then they decided to have Dan Matrick come out and say, sorry guys, if you don't have the internet, just get an Xbox 360. We'll support it for years. And as we can see, that was a complete and utter lie. Now, even going past that, you have people saying that, oh, well, the PS4 has better graphics, the console runs better, everything's smoother, its interface, its UI is just much better, and you've had complaint after complaint after complaint. I don't have time to list them all. Now, as we all know, the Xbox One has matured over the years to be a console that's relatively respectable. It has good online, it has good games, it has quote-unquote exclusives, and the reason why I say quote-unquote we'll get to in a minute. And the reason why it falls short, though, is because of those quote-unquote exclusives. Because at the end of the day, as I said with the PS4, has traditional exclusives. I mean, it will be found nowhere else. However, as a gamer, I have a PC that can run most video games that are coming out pretty well, and a PS4 and a Wii U, which means Nintendo, I'm covered. PS4, Sony, covered. Microsoft? I don't have an Xbox One, but I have a PC, and it seems as though Microsoft is trying to be the new enemy of their own product, the Xbox One. And you may be saying, why would Microsoft hate, bastardize, or derail their own product? That wouldn't make any sense. And 9 times out of 10, you'd be right with that line of thinking. However, the Xbox initiative has now turned into a ecosystem, which is a buzzword that basically means you don't need to buy an Xbox One. Because at the end of the day, if the new Forza, the new Gears, all these exclusives that were going to be flagship titles on the Xbox One alone are now coming to the PC, as a PC owner, I have no reason to go get an Xbox One. Because if I'm playing it on PC, 9 times out of 10, the game that I'm going to be playing is going to run at a better frame rate, a better resolution. It's going to be sharper. It's going to be tighter. It's going to have better customization options because I can play with a DualShock 4. I can play with an Xbox One controller. I can play with an Xbox 360 controller. Hell, there's applications out there that will allow me to play your favorite shooter or Forza Horizon with a fucking Wiimote. Now, I have no idea why anyone would want to use a Wiimote, maybe for the Wii Race Reel, but outside of that, there's no reason to do so. So it's going to be a little weird to see what the Xbox One is going to become, because the Xbox One Scorpio is coming out, and to this day, it just boggles my mind. It bothers me in such a way that they're going to release the Xbox One S, which is going to be smaller, more compact, and it's going to support 4K resolution. But if your games are going to look better on the PC 9 times out of 10, going to run better on the PC 9 times out of 10, and are not going to be exclusive to the Xbox One, at the end of the day, I have to ask you, what is the point of owning an Xbox? Because even if you move past that, a lot of people will say, well, the Xbox, it's cheaper, man. I don't have to spend $700, $800, $2,000 on a PC. And it's like, well, at the end of the day, when you're playing on the consoles, what do you think you're doing? I mean, at the end of the day, if you own two consoles, you're already spending at least $800, which is about the standard price of a PC that can run all the current generation games today. Now, if you even push past that and you want to peel back that onion, you'll sit there and say, but what about the people who are going to buy two Xboxes? Like many people bought 2, 3, 4 Xbox 360s because they kept dying on them, and Microsoft support was not always the best when it came to fixing red rings, even on the Xbox 360 Slims. Then you push on to, the Xbox One. You're going to have people who bought the Xbox One at full price with the Kinect for like $499. Then they're going to go out and drop another $400 on the Scorpio model, which is $900. But that's only 1/3 of the consoles that exist, even though you bought the same one twice. But you're too upset about upgrading a graphics card when that's literally about the same thing, and it would be cheaper to get the graphics card than it would be to get a whole new console that does all the same functions and calibrations of your original Xbox One. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it in perspective on why this whole Xbox One thing is kind of dumb now. Because if the new Gears and all these other games are going to come to PC, once again, as a PC owner, why would I buy an Xbox? Why would I want to play inferior versions of the game that I already would be able to play? Because they already have gone out and said that if you have a PC in the Xbox One ecosystem, it'll allow you to transfer your save data, your game profile, your achievements from computer to PC. So once again, there's no point. Why would I ever go unless I'm going to a friend's house who just so happens to have a Xbox 360 or excuse me, an Xbox One rather, and I'm like, hey man, I can port my stuff over here. I mean, at this point, they're basically making the Xbox their mobile device. I mean, Nintendo has the 3DS. It's a handheld device, much more compact. The Xbox 360 and the Xbox One have pretty much been relegated to if you don't have a PC, or if you have a PC and you want to move your stuff to your friend's house but don't feel like carrying your entire rig, get an Xbox One. Which is ridiculous. That's a stupid notion. Like, why would you do that? It's just dumb. That's pretty much retarded at this point. And at this point, then you got to ask yourself, who is Microsoft's market for the Xbox One? It seems as though it's people who are going to be stuck in the past who feel as though they have to get a console because they just feel as though it's cheaper, or people who already have an Xbox One and they're too deep into the pockets now to pull out. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just weird. You guys can let me know in the comment section below what you think. At this juncture, I think the Xbox One is completely obsolete. If you like this video, remember like, favorite, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. If you didn't like it, remember the dislike button, the thumbs down is there for a reason. So with that said, I'm going to go enjoy playing some Overwatch on my PC. And as always, until next time, I'm out.